And a welcome to Citi Field, New York's National League ballpark. In Steven Matz, a left-hander from New York State, is the starter on the mound. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, Steven Matz is what they look like. Big, strong guy, 6'4", about 220 pounds. Throws from the left side, smooth gas, 93 to 95. Terrific overhand curveball, and his changeup is getting better all the time. Steven Matz is quality.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Hit back up the middle. Right there is Reyes. Throw on to first in time, 1 away. In is Christian Yelich. Lifetime numbers against Steven Matz, just 3 for 14. Got him to go after the change there, and that'll run things full 3-2.
Hey, there was great arm action on that 3-1 changeup right here. He's got this guy thinking. That's the beauty right now. We go to a full count. Do you sit changeup, or do you stay with the heater?
Throw on to Gonzalez, and that's out number 2. So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and that'll bring forth the great slugging left fielder Ryan Braun. Sent in the air out to straightaway center. Cespedes is there, and the inning is over. Here's the shortstop now, Jose Reyes. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Chopped weakly up the first base line. That's a foul ball. The 1-2. High in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Coming in on it is Kane. He's there and records the first out. With a moment here in Flushing Meadows, let's meet the Mets. Dan Plesac, who are you focused on?
Well, Michael Conforto has been a big piece for them. He's really excelled against right-handed pitching this season, hitting over 300 against them coming in. So given the matchup he's faced with here, I wouldn't be surprised at all to see him make some noise at the plate.
Here's Yoenis Cespedes. First cuts for him here with the bases open and 2 away. Lifted down the line in left. And this will wind up a foul ball. The 1-2. And another foul ball. 2 out, nobody on. And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2.
This is exactly the reason why this guy has been so successful and has played this game so long, scrambling.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is. And that brings up the left-handed hitting Travis Shaw. And he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. Line drive to center field. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. So the Brewers get their leadoff man aboard to start out the frame.
Even though that pitcher was able to execute in off the plate, batter was able to keep his hands inside that baseball and drive it up the middle.
Now the payoff pitch home. Too close for comfort, and he did a good job just to make contact. Shaw gets his lead at first, nobody out. Hard hit ball to short. Oh, look at the sliding stop to second for 1. On to first to complete the double play. Digging in, Manny Pena. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Bullet back up the middle. Cespedes is going to have room out there as he puts. Now to the plate, Michael Conforto. The early season average pushing up near 350, so he's definitely been a bright spot for his ball club. Throws in time, and that's out number 1. Here's Jay Bruce now. Head-to-head numbers against Zach Davies. It's a big enough sample size, but he's just 1 for 14. Looking up is Yelich. Gone into the upper tank. solo shot there for Jay Bruce. First home run of the campaign for him, and the Mets are on the board first, 1-0.
Yeah, everyone in the stadium, including the guy in the mound, knew it was just a matter of time until this guy cranked one out of here. Well, that's the first one of the year, and many more are sure to follow.
And guys, we take a look at the Brewers entering play here tonight. They're on a great run of late as they come in winners of 7 of their last 9 games.
Yeah, Matty, this is a classic case of hitting is contagious. They scored a bunch of runs last game, and this team is flying high right now. This is a fight at the bat rack.
And that's low, ball 4. Fly ball right down the line and left. Run is over now, and he puts this one away in foul territory, and there are 2 men out. Here's the catcher, Travis d'Arnaud. Head-to-head numbers against Zach Davies. He's 1 for 2. And that's in there, base hit. So now they'll have runners on the corners with 2 away.
Wow, I'm shocked he even pulled the trigger on that pitch. He might have been fooled right there, but he was able to keep his hands back and scramble a good pitch for a base hit.
To first. Oh, but they throw it away at second. And the runner is in to score from third on what was not a good throw at all.
Well, it's really hard to complain about this one because that's one of the hardest double plays to turn. The first baseman has to deal with the runner headed to second, and he sometimes shields you from throwing where you want to make the throw. They should have made it, but that's a tough play all the way around.
In now, Jose Reyes. Now, this won't get by the shortstop as he's there to take it in for the 3rd out. I have to imagine there's a full moon tonight. Standing in, Orlando Arcia, as we are all set to begin the 3rd inning in this one.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
1-2, here it comes. Still 1-2. Again, a 1-2. Swung on in the dirt, strike 3. The throw to first is in time, 1 down. Digging in the switch hitter, Jonathan Villar. He's ready for his first at-bat of his early season contest. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Jonathan Villar. Breaking ball just misses the inside corner.
That curveball stayed up in the zone. You'll see that often early in the game where a pitcher's trying to find that release point, particularly with his off-speed pitches. We'll have to keep an eye on him, see if he's able to settle down as this game moves on.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped the base hit up the middle.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch, the ball's going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
Trying to pick up that outside corner, but this misses, and it's back to even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2 one more time is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3. In now is Lorenzo Cain. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Now the 2-1 pitch is looked at for ball 3.
No reason to sit on anything other than the hard stuff in a location you like and drive it right now.
Runner goes for second. A swing and a high drive to right center field. Looking up is Cespedes. Gone! So it's a 2-run shot to right center. 4th home run here in the early going as the Brewers have come back to tie things at 2.
I'm cold in this booth, so I know those players have to be cold out there. But it doesn't matter to him. He still has enough power to knock it out of the park. To the opposite field, no less. Now that is some man strength.
Into the box now, Christian Yelich. And he lays off for a ball, 2-1. A 3-1 count to the Brewers left fielder. Now a sinker this time, but this ball stays outside as he loses him here. It's ball 4. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Ryan Braun. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Changed things up on him, and he got him to swing through it. 1-2 now.
Hey, that's a huge pitch for him right there. He's been struggling early. If he's able to get any feel on his secondary stuff, he might be able to hang around a little bit.
The count now at 2-2. Here now the 2-2 is laid off, and the count runs full.
Full count with 2 outs now, so if he could put the ball in the gap somewhere, he could have a good shot of driving in a run because the runner at first will be in motion.
And he misses again, ball 4, and that's back-to-back guys now that have reached base via the base on ball. So stepping in, Travis Shaw, and we'll see what he can do here. 2 on, 2 away, 2 home so far this inning. Lifted into center field. Cespedes on the move. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. But the Brewers digging in as Asdrubal Cabrera as we move on to the bottom of inning number 3. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Kane on the move. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone. Stepping in, Yoenis Cespedes. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Hit hard to short. And there are 2 away now. Riding in once again, Michael Conforto. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Back up the middle. Garcia has it. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Down in order go the Mets. And after 3. Stepping into the box, Jesus Aguilar. He'll lead it off against Steven Matz. So 1-1. Misses, ball 2.
Well, it's 2-1 now, and we haven't seen a fastball from him in this at bat yet. As a hitter, you've probably got to sit on that right now.
Line toward the alley in left center. That's his first base hit, making 1 for 2 now. The relay, and he is safe at second base as he legs out a double. Off the bat, it was pretty clear right away that that hit was going to get him at least 2 bases.
Yeah, Matt, some people like to crow about homers and powering drives, but you have to like hits like this. A no-doubt double the second it left his bat. Like you said, the only question was whether the outfielders were going to be able to keep him at second, which they did.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Bouncer up the middle. Right there is Reyes. Spin throw gets him at first. The only play he had, and he made it a good one. Next to bat, Orlando Arcia. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Ready with the 2-2. Drilled on the ground to short. Reyes ranges to his left. Throw to first is in time, but meanwhile the runner is in to score. Coming to the plate now, Jonathan Villar. He'll try and start things over now with the bases empty and 2 away following the RBI ground ball. On a line, that's a base hit. So the 2-out base hit, and the top of the inning is still alive.
I can't tell you guys how fired up Bobby Cox used to get when the 8-hole hitter would get a knock. And I would know that, boys, because I batted an awful lot in that 8-hole in my early days.
And he'll get back in safely. And another snap throw to the bag. And he'll dive back in safely. Villar leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. again, he'll snap one over to first. And a dive, but he's back in. Standing in now, Zach Davies. Here's a looping fly ball out to right. Bruce will reach out with one hand to make the catch on the move, and that ends the inning. 2 hits lead to a run here for Milwaukee. Stepping into the box, Jay Bruce. He went deep in his first at-bat, and we'll see what he's got in store for us here.
The last at-bat, Matty D, we heard this guy's a good fastball hitter. He got a fastball and didn't miss it. We'll see if they pitch him a little bit differently.
Now he spins on one here and drives it to deep right field. And gone. He tucked it just inside the foul pole to tie the game. Stepping in now, Todd Frazier. On the ground and right at the shifted infielder. Throw on to first, so a good comeback there as he gets the first out of the inning. So one away here with the bases empty, and now the left-handed hitting Adrian Gonzalez will get a shot. And that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit. The relay, and he will beat the throw into second as he slides in safely with a 1-out double. Wow, this is a perfect example of a wily veteran doing what needs to be done to deliver for his team.
Yeah, and just watch this swing. Instead of trying to do too much with it and pull it, he stays inside the ball and is able to smack it to the opposite field for a double.
Is there now, and he has it, 2 gone. Into the box now, Steven Matz. He comes in 0 for 1 on the day thus far after reaching on an error his first time up. Mets pitcher behind at the plate with a ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2. VR onto the grass. He makes the catch. What a play on the run to end the inning. In now is Lorenzo Cain.
Yeah, in his last at-bat, he hit a changeup out for a home run, so it'll be interesting this AB to see if they give him a steady diet of fastballs.
Skied into straightaway right. Bruce has a read on it. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
Up next for Milwaukee.
Now at the plate, Christian Yelich.
Christian Yelich.
Left side, but well foul. 3 runs, 5 hits, 1 error thus far in the game for Milwaukee. Hit out towards second. Throw on to Gonzalez, and that's out number 2.
The left fielder, number 8, Ryan Braun.
Here's Ryan Braun now. It was a walk in his last trip. The 1-1. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Conforto is camped under this one. As he puts this one away, the side is retired. Gone. Back to the top of the order now. And stepping in is the shortstop, Jose Reyes. This is in the air out to straightaway center. Cain is under it. Looks it into his glove, and there's 1 gone. So the bases are empty with 1 man gone, and that'll bring in the second baseman, Asdrubal Cabrera. Hit fairly well out towards straightaway center. He settles under it and makes the catch in the deepest confine of the ballpark. Here's Yoenis Cespedes.
You know, Madden, every team has that one guy, and Yoenis Cespedes is the...
And the throw to first is there. The inning is over. And that brings up the left-handed hitting Travis Shaw. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. A ball and 2 strikes now.
I mean, that's just an awesome curveball right there. A 12-6 breaker with nasty downward tilt. You know, the game's getting back to that good 4-seam fastball breaking ball instead of the sinker slider guy.
Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. And here's a good sinker now, but it misses. 3-2. Hard hit ball to second. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the sixth.
Now batting.
Ready once again, Jesus Aguilar. 1 for 2 with a double on the ledger so far. Swing and a ball lifted in the air toward the line and right. And now this will get over the wall down the line out there for a ground rule double.
Hey, this is what every hitting coach teaches when you start playing baseball. Don't try to do more than you can. Hit the ball where it's pitched, and he does a great job right there as he pushes it down the line nicely, and it bounces over for a ground rule double.
Seth Lugo will come on out of the bullpen as he'll be appearing in his third game this season. In now, Manny Pena. The count is 2-2 to the Brewers catcher. Started to go. Did he hold up in time? Yes, says the first base umpire. It's ball 3 now. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Swing and a little tapper. He'll try it again. 3-2. Full count still.
Back-to-back breaking balls. He just missed that one right there, fouling it away. Do not expect a third.
Keon Broxton will come on now and pinch run here.
Number 23.
The throw behind the runner at second, and he'll be back in standing up. Now a spin and another throw back to second, keeping particularly close tabs on him. Payoff pitch one more time. Gets him swinging. He struck him out. Now at the plate, Orlando Arcia, runner in scoring position with 2 gone. And the runner's breaking for third. Offered at and missed. Here's the throw. And he'll be tagged out trying to. Keon Broxton will stay in the ball game as he'll take over at first base.
Now playing first
The
base.
1-2.
Number 23.
Fouled off. Eric Thames is going to come on as a defensive replacement now as he takes over at first base. Swing, line, drive. That's going to be trouble. Around first, he's digging for second. And the Mets have something going with nobody out. It's a leadoff double.
Yeah, and I can speak from experience, and I can tell you, on a night like this, it's tough to get a good grip on the ball. It's a little frigid out there, and he might have lost a little bit of feeling in his fingers.
Swung on by Bruce, and he connects with it to right field. And they take the lead. It's gone.
Well, if you would have told him when he woke up this morning that he was going to hit 3 home runs tonight, he would have thought he was dreaming. Well, it's a dream night. But he's wide awake. Oliver Drake
Takes over on the mound here with nobody out in the 6th inning.
Oliver Drake.
Into the box, Todd Frazier. Hard hit towards center. King is there, and he has it for the first out.
Now batting number 24.
Here's Adrian now. A hit and 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. And the Mets just keep right on rolling as this is good for extra bases as well. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
Let's slow this one down and take another look. Great camera angle here, looking straight down the left field line. You see him take that inside route to the ball. His hands stay back, and he goes oppo to find himself at second.
Standing in, Travis d'Arnaud. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. And a splitter swung on, missed that time, and that'll be out number 2. Cameron Maybin will look to provide a little 2-out thunder off the bench as he'll hit with a runner at second and 2 away. Little chopper back to the mound. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. But the Mets do strike for 2, both coming. Anthony Swarzak is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7. Leading off the inning, Orlando Arcia, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan, a bloop and a blast? They could certainly use that right now.
Digging in now for the Brewers, Jonathan Villar. A couple of singles to his credit thus far. And this is low, ball 2, 2-1.
Well, that's a pretty good pitch right there, that backdoor slider. That's a very difficult pitch to throw, and particularly throw for a strike. Just missed that outside corner right there, but a good pitch and a tough take there by the hitter.
Lifted the other way down the left field line, and this will wind up a foul ball. Now the 3-2 pitch. Here's a called third strike right on the inside corner.
Up next for Milwaukee,
Hernan Perez will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
number 14, Hernan Perez.
A shot down the first baseline. And this will be just what the manager ordered as he's off the bench with extra bases. And now he'll get into scoring position with 2 away. In now is Lorenzo. And with men on base and 2 away, it feels like this at-bat could go a long way toward deciding this thing.
No doubt, Matt. A base hit here changes this game quite a bit. But if they can't score here, it looks pretty bleak for them heading into the last couple of innings.
And that gets down, and we'll see if that's extra bases. And that's going to bring in the run from second to make this a 1-run game now. And he'll make it to second base now with 2 gone.
Hey, with that base hit right there, that's his 3rd run batted into the game. Yeah, he's the reason, Dan, they're even in this one to begin with. He's kept his team together with a great approach, finding his 3rd RBI of the day.
Paul Sewell will get the ball here as he looks to get the final out in the top of the 7th. Easy fly ball into shallow center field. Here comes Cespedes. He's got it as the tying run is left on base.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Brandon Woodruff gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th.
Brandon Woodruff.
Here's the shortstop now, Jose Reyes. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Ball 3. 3-2 now.
And just when you needed a shutdown inning, a leadoff walk was certainly not on the agenda. He needs to bear down right here.
And that's out number 1.
The batter, number 13.
So the leadoff man set down here for Asdrubal Cabrera.
Cabrera.
And that's off his leg on the mound. Thankfully, he's able to recover, and he gets the 2nd out at first.
The center fielder, number 52.
Here's Yoenis Cespedes. He was a ground-out victim last time up. Seared down the first baseline. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. And the inning goes away in unceremonious fashion on a... So striding in, Eric Thames. And he's getting his first plate appearance here in the 8th after entering off the bench just a little bit ago. Yanked on the ground down the line. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
And hey, if the first baseman is playing straight up there, that's probably a double down the line. But in order to prevent that late in the game, they had him guarding the line, and it obviously worked out perfectly.
Standing in now, Travis Shaw. Slider, good 2-strike pitch, but it misses 1-2. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. The 1-2. Gets him swinging. He struck him out. A.J. Ramos will come on out of the bullpen as he'll be appearing in his 3rd game this season. Into the box now, Keon Broxton. A swing and a miss there, 2-2. 4 runs, 8 hits, and 2 errors thus far for Milwaukee. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. 3 up. So here's the cleanup hitter, Michael Conforto. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. Conforto behind the ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2. On the ground to the right side. To his right, Thames, and he'll flip it to the pitcher covering for the out. Now the guy everyone is anxious to see stepping in, Jay Bruce. And he's got a very real opportunity at making some history here. Oh, and he can't pick it up cleanly. So a runner at first now with 1 away. And standing in a power threat in Todd Frazier, the 3rd baseman. And that'll split the gap as it should be extra bases. Bruce rounds the corner and is headed home. He comes across to score as they extend their lead to 2.
Dan, that's a huge insurance run right there. Has to feel good as a hitter right there to not only get a ribby knock, but to give your team a little bit of breathing.
It does, and it makes your pitcher go out there with a little bit more free and easy frame of mind instead of going in a 1-run game where every pitch is so important. You're 1 pitch away from a solo tying the game up. That's not the case now.
Shaw takes charge, and he's got it. 2 down. Here's the catcher, Travis d'Arnaud. Count remains 2-2. With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Matty V, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy, when the weather starts to warm up and the ball starts jumping out like this, it's clear that the pitchers need to start making better pitches.
Yeah, just great approach. No one really chased today. Really stayed staunch on their ability to get that pitcher to come into the heart of the plate, and they did damage with it.
Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Now, beautiful look there outside the home of the Mets here in Flushing as we welcome you back for the 9th. Jeurys Familia comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the 9th. Digging in, Manny Pena. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat.
Looking for base runners here as they're down 2 playing on the road. Not an easy thing to do, trying to score runs or bunch hits together off of a closer.
Now in the box, Orlando Arcia. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Brett Phillips will be summoned now to be the pinch runner.
Number 33.
The 1-1 home. Hit sharply toward the right side. In there, a base hit. Throw into third. And they've got him hung up out there between second and third. And it's in time as he's out at third as the good relay gets him. So a pivotal moment here, and digging in now, Jonathan Villar. But a single here could reduce the deficit to only 1. Bounce it to the left side. Throw to first will take care of him, and the Brewers are now down to their final out. Jet Bandy will be called upon here to hit with the game on the line.
Number 47.
The Brewers down to their final strike. Ran one in there as this is hit on the ground towards second. Throw on to first is going to be in time to get him, and the Mets have taken the opener here at home as this ball game is over.
Well, it's getting more and more common in baseball now these days to use a ton of pitchers to get through a game, and it took 6 here to get the job done, but hey, they'll do whatever they can to get a W.
A 6-4 finish in tonight's affair. New York rode an important 6th inning to victory in this one. Seth Lugo claims the win out of the